In a world bound by routine, where every day feels like a replay of the last, there lies a path less traveled. A path that calls to the adventurer within us all. Adventure riding isn't just a journey across landscapes, it's a journey into the soul. With every twist of the throttle, you're breaking free from the mundane, escaping the confines of daily life. As you carve your way through dense forests and winding trails, the world around you just transforms. The air is crisp, filled with the scent of pine and earth. Every breath you take is a reminder of the freedom you sought and found. Out here, it's just you, your bike, and the nature. The roar of the engine fades, replaced by the symphony of rustling leaves and distant birdsong. You become acutely aware of every single sound, every single sight, and every single sensation. In these moments, you reconnect with your inner senses. The rhythm of your heart syncs with the pulse of the earth. The journey becomes meditative, a moving meditation where each mile brings you closer to yourself. Adventure riding teaches you to embrace the unknown, to find beauty in unpredictability. It's not just about the destination, but the transformative power of the ride itself. Every obstacle you overcome, every trail you conquer, builds resilience and strength. You realize that the only limit that exists are the ones you impose on yourself. So answer the call of the wild. Let adventure riding free your spirit and guide you back to nature, back to your true self. Because out here, amidst the beauty of the world, you will discover that the greatest adventure lies within. Ride free, ride wild, and ride to discover, my friend. Alright, so welcome back to another video, and this one is pretty simple. This one is a very simple and a straightforward video, because what we're currently doing is we are doing a complete off-road expedition all the way from Bangalore up until Gandikota. So Gandikota is in Andhra Pradesh. It's basically called as the Grand Canyon of India. Lot of amazing views and trails. So it's just a bunch of us riding from Bangalore towards Gandikota. But the twist here is that we will not be taking any of the highways or the main roads. This entire trip will consist of village B roads or state highways and mainly off-road sections. And off-road sections will include a lot of forest trails, which are obviously not restricted. It will include a lot of canal roads and a lot of riverbed crossings. So this will most probably be a two-part series, and this will be part one. So I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a pretty exciting ride. One of my first group rides, but however, I know it's going to be exciting. So stay tuned. Whew, this is just some really slushy terrain, guys. Last time when we came here, it was all sunshine and rainbows. Tell you that much. This time, pretty bad, guys. It's actually pretty bad. So these places where we are currently riding at, these are actually open forest. They are not restricted lands, and it is not advisable to enter into any restricted forest. So these are all paths that the locals use, and that is why it is super important for us whenever we go on trails like these to ensure that we ride really slowly, because all of these paths are used by the locals for their daily commute and they are not used to people going fast. So when we are on lands like this, I just feel that it is very important for us bikers to understand that it is important to respect the property. It is important for us to understand that we need to not ride fast, because there might be animal movement, there might be people movement involved, and and people are not just used to seeing people coming fast here. Another thing, a very important thing that I want to talk about also is, in India when we do a lot of adventure riding, we definitely have to ride through a lot of villages. We'll end up riding through a lot of farmland and all of that stuff.
All right, guys. So we have finally entered the trail. This is the starting of the trail. Put my bike on off-road, ABS off-road. It's time for us to start playing around a little bit. But however, we'll not be able to do that a lot because I am tailing this ride. So probably once in a while when I see a stretch where I want to kind of have fun, I will probably, kind of go a little bit front, have my fun, and then probably get back. A lot of slush. This is the beauty of rains. We are all with adventure bikes. Meanwhile, he's just chilling with his Activa on all these terrains. It's crazy how the locals actually ride really well. We struggle so much, right? Put all these gears, and then ride on terrains, and they're just like, this is their everyday thing.
Though that you see that there is a road that is built there, we need to understand that that place has belonged to the people there for a long time. The roads have just come by, right? So they are used to just walking around on the road, they're used to just running around on the road, and it is up to us to ensure that when we go into their place or when we go into these villages, we ensure that we do everything that is possible within our power to make sure we provide a safe environment. So that is why I don't prefer standing up and riding when we go into villages. It is it's something that is new to them. It might freak them out, and the last thing that we want is for them to think that we are a threat or we are someone who's coming to disturb their peace, right? So when you're riding through villages, very important to ride very, very slowly, super cautious. Make sure you sit down and ride when you're riding to villages and all of that stuff, because that is when we can, only when they feel that we are someone who's safe as well, that's when they can start welcoming us more and more. Because one good thing that I see is whenever we ride through a lot of villages, the kids are just extremely excited. All kids generally wave at you, and I feel the same has to be built along with the adults as well. The kids look up to bikers a lot because they feel it is cool, but at the same time I think we need to make sure that even the adults feel the same way, that we are not there to disturb their peace. So this ride, we just cleared up this entire track that ran through a small forest, I would say, not an entire deep forest but a small forest, and then we just totally moved into another kind of a land, which is basically a lot of canal roads. So this whole ride has a lot of different kinds of roads in between. Some were canal roads, some were like forest areas, and the next you're going to see is a lot of slush.
You can see the tire mark. So whenever you're on a trail and you're not able to find out why your group went, this is the best way to find out. I know at that point of time you might not think about it. I haven't either, because I've gotten lost, and then but this is one way to find out, because though there are local bikes that go through this, like knobbies and off-road tires make a very evident mark. The group's waiting. Top box, not a good idea ever. Just saying. Soft luggage always. Side bags, soft luggage. Side soft luggage. Best thing to do. The next best thing, soft luggage, tail bags. The worst thing, hard luggage. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Oh, look at that. There we go. That's off-roading. How can I say that's off-roading, buddy? Ooh! It's pretty gnarly, isn't it? It's important to carry momentum. I think the tires isn't helping him also. Let me figure it out. Yes. I think this is his tire, guys. His tire was just a little off. No, two more. I don't know, he was changing his mode, and then there's the photo expose was there. I can hear them. Just look at this beauty, guys. Like, look at this. Just look at this. This, a couple of weeks back, was completely barren. Like, there was absolutely nothing right here. Like, all this place was just super dry. There was absolutely nothing, and then right now, suddenly, all of a sudden, it's just as green as grass. It just looks like a totally different atmosphere altogether. There's a stream flowing. This is dry. Like, I remember just 2 weeks back, it was fully dry. Like, it was slipping in the other way around because there was so much of rock, so much of dryness. Now it's just slipping in the other way around. It's wet. It's amazing how, you know, and like nature can be. And that's the reason why I love adventure riding, because you are closest to nature on a bike through this. There you go. Let's see how this goes. Alright, guys. What's your bet? What is your bet? Is he going to clear it or not? My suggestion, I think he will. Okay, never mind. I'm always wrong with these kind of things. Like, I never get a bet right, like, ever. I think people think since the left side is more dry, that's when it's easy to get through. But it's actually the other way around. Sometimes, if there is, you don't want to go to the completely dry road part. You don't want to go to the completely wet part. You want to be somewhere in between. That's where you probably get most traction. I don't know the reason behind that why, but from experience, that's what I've realized. Is you don't gravitate towards the place where there's no water. It's in between. That's where you want to be towards. It is a forest, but it technically is not restricted, right? Because locals travel through the place, and there might not be so much of animal movement and all of that stuff. So this is one of those places, and the harder you go, the more you explore. But however, the thing you need to keep in mind is when you are on such places, right? It is very important for you to respect the atmosphere, respect the environment, and not litter, because this is not a place for you to come in and, you know, camp. It's not a place for you to like come in and like, you know, drink and throw stuff around. That's when things go bad, right? That's when things go bad. You're not supposed to do that. You know, when you are in nature, when you're this close to nature, and the only way it's going to be open for us to enjoy is if we contribute to protect it, right? Again, don't put in your loud exhausts. You know, don't rev hard. Just make sure you're there, enjoying it, riding through it, soaking it all in. Because trust me, guys, this is actually beautiful. You know, this is not just looking at the scenery; it is being a part of the scenery. Off-roading. Yeah, we skipped this, no? I realized.
I'm driving. Fun. No fun. इसके अंदर उसके अंदर से नील एयर बदल.
Or stock tires are like, oh, there we go. That's a block. Stock tires are getting totally fucked. Oh, interceptor's down. Oh, come on, man. I need.
Go on your own pace. If you have seen the rut, go into the rut. Out. Do not try to go to the other side. If you try to go other side, your tire will swing and you can't come out. Whenever you're going on pace also, quick. If it's on the rut, get into the rut. Doesn't matter. Hardly it will stuck up at the max. It doesn't happen. Okay? But maximum will pass through. But if you try to go on one side to one side,
Bro, back.
slide. Okay? The interceptor guy, yeah, no front brake at all. Whoever intercept ready. If you use front brake, fuck it up. Go on. Okay? You're simple. Easily you can put your leg down. So throttle, whenever it's required, leg brake. Throttle, leg brake. If it's going to be plain continuous, that time only use the front brake. Okay? And whenever you see this kind of tool, this is one. If it's this
So this entire video that you're seeing is basically a ride that we took from Bangalore all the way up until Gandikota. So Gandikota is also known as the Great Canyon of India because it is just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful landscape. And the entire ride we did through a lot of B roads, forest tracks, and canal roads. So this was a complete off-road expedition that we took from Bangalore to Gandikota, and you would have seen that as well. There is also another video that's going to come up pretty soon, which is the second part of this, where we will be crossing a lot of riverbeds and all of that. So please stay tuned for that, and a lot more to come on this channel. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.